I genuinely believe that the welfare bill yesterday and all the issues surrounding it were really Starmer's poll tax moment. You know what happened to Thatcher. Yes, it's a complete disaster for the Labour Party. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. You know, one of the key lines that they had when they came into power last year, you believe it's only been a year, is £22 billion black hole left by the previous government. I have yet to see proof of where that £22 billion black hole has come from. And in fact, in the very next breath, it's spend, 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 spend. And historically, it's not only Labour, it's Conservatives too, and anybody else for that matter. They borrow with one hand and spend with the other, and all they do is increase the national debt over and over again and try and plug the gap somewhere. Now, on this occasion, it's the sick and infirm and vulnerable that we're going to pay the price when we're chucking billions of pounds away at foreign infrastructure projects, and I'm just scratching the surface there. Now, where they've come up to a roadblock is the traditional Labour people who want to look after the sick and infirm, and we've had the situation we've got now where we had nearly 50 rebels voted against it, but not enough. It was never going to be enough with the size of the majority that that Labour government has. But that being said, it's still rather embarrassing, isn't it? And I think you're starting to see a Prime Minister that might be feeling a little more than backed into a corner. And Angela Rayner said he looks exhausted all the time. I guess the stress of the job would. Have a look at this video here.
Of a Labour government, we've got free school meals, breakfast clubs, childcare, got £15 billion invested in transport in the North and the Midlands. We're cutting regulation, planning and infrastructure is pounding forward, building 1.5 million.
You see the contrast in the three of them? Rayner looking stony-faced, nodding her head, despite what she says. I reckon she wants his job. We'll have to see how that pans out over the coming weeks and months, if they, in fact, last months. Starmer is shouting and raving about how many billions of pounds they've spent on various things, probably not been able to afford anything at all. But the one that really stood out to me was Rachel Reeves. If you look at her, she looked like she was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. You zoom in on some of the press articles, there's tears rolling down her cheek. She looks broken, because all of this kerfuffle that's been caused over the last couple of days or so has got to fall in somebody's lap, and I'm wondering whether she is scapegoat material. She knows that if this all falls on its arse, which it more than likely will, it'll be her that gets the blame for it. It won't be Starmer. He will use this to, you know, cover his arse with her job. And Kemi Badenoch on the other side of the house said, can you guarantee me that she is going to be in number 11 still? And that's not a guarantee that he could give. Speaks volumes, doesn't it? That front bench right there, you had old stony-faced Yvette Cooper out of picture, really are the beginning of the end for this current incarnation of the Labour Party. And leave a comment below. Do you think a general election will happen sooner, or do you reckon we're going to have to suffer this lot for the next 4 years? Interesting. Please hit the like button on this. Appreciate it very much. Subscribe to the channel. Have a look at this video here about Rupert Lowe's new organisation, which I've joined, by the way. I think it's worth having a look. And as always, I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.